Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're riding Todd again. This time I did remember to put my riding boots on, unlike last time. But yes, I've done grounded with him, washing on him. And today we're going to just have another easy ride, so it's the second ride back. And we're going to work on transitions and seeing how little we can get the cues to be. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get into it.
Hey Apple. So it's the second day of spring, isn't it, Apple? And we've got daffodils out, blossoms are out, and we've started to molt. So this is the fun time of year where you end up looking like a small animal yourself. But there's lots of shedding to be done as the coats are changed. Look at that. Ugh. Satisfying, but it makes you sneeze.
Okay, so after Mum finished getting distracted, she actually filmed me riding. So I did warm him up before this for like 5 minutes, but she didn't film that, so I don't have that to show you. But so as we were coming around this corner, I was asking him to stop, and as you can see, it was taking quite a long time for him to stop, but eventually he did. So I gave him a pat for that, since it was the first stopping of the ride. Because I was practicing my transitions from walk to halt, practicing like pretty much all the transitions to see how little I could get the cues to ask him to do these things. So most of the time I only have to think about it and raise and lower my energy to ask him to do things, which is what I strive to get with Todd, is that my cues are really little and like pretty much not even noticeable. And then yeah, so I don't really have to do that much to get him to do stuff. But anyway, back to what we're actually doing. We keep walking around. We did a lot of walking since it was only my second ride back in 2 months. But yeah, he did a very good job coming around this corner. And as you can see here, we changed the rein. And then here I was just asking him to bend his head onto the inside of the circle so that he is bending around instead of sticking his head out of the circle. And then here I decided to do a bit of stirrupless walking because my legs were a bit stiff and I wanted to stretch them out. So I did some stirrupless stuff. I am not the best at riding stirrupless. I'm fine in walk, but as soon as I get to trot, I like almost half fall off, so I need to practice that, but that's why I just stayed in walk. But yes, Todd did very well with this as well, or not with his head was on the outside of the circle. So then as we came around this corner, he did a very nice relaxed walk. And then I think at some point I asked him to trot. Yep, there we go. So he trotted. So I just raised my energy to ask him to trot, and then lowered it and breathed out to come back to walk.
Found some fencing in the paddock. Great. Here's the offending standard. That's back on. Come on. Problem solved. Although, whoops, fix that in a minute.
Okay, so we're back in walk now, and then we're changing the rein so that we're going on the right rein now, and then we ask him up into trot by raising our energy and putting our hands forward, and then we've got a very nice trot going around the paddock. As you can see, he stretched his head out there for a minute, and then we made it a full circle, and then we breathe out back to walk. Give him a break. Also me a break. Okay, so after a quick break, we are back into riding. And we're going on the left rein now. And then I asked him forward into trot. Had a very nice trot around here. It's a very nice forward trot. And then we come back to walk. Trying to make those cues as little as we possibly can so that it's very unnoticeable. Oh, and then we're trotting the other way. Having a very nice trot this way as well. And then we're back into, oh, no, stopping. Okay, so I did a very quick stop then to see how fast I could get him to go to halt and then back up to walk. Just playing around with those transitions, seeing how particular I could be with those transitions. So then we're just having a nice little walk around the paddock. And we're still walking. It's always good to give them a nice little break in between different things you're trying to practice on. And then as we come round here, we're asking forward into trot, and he decided to have a canter. Now, because Todd is a standardbred, he is still learning how to canter, so every time he offers me a canter, I will reward him for it and just let him canter until he feels like he wants to come back to walk, because that if you shut that thought of him cantering down, then he's less likely to offer you it when you actually ask him to canter. So that's why I personally will let him canter and reward him for it. And then we're having a nice trot around the paddock again. As you can see, he was doing some very lovely trots today. Oh, and then we're coming down the middle of the paddock, and then we asked him back to walk. And then I stopped him and gave him a very big pat because he was being a very good boy. Did a very lovely transition there, very nice forward transition, so that was good. Oh, and then we're changing the reins again. And so then I decided just to have a nice walk on this long side of the paddock. And he was very relaxed with his walk, and then I asked him to trot. And then we were coming down the middle of the paddock, and I decided to do no hands trotting, because I like to do no hands trotting, as you've probably seen from my intro, because it's very fun. And then we are going to turn around. Is that what we're doing? Yep, turning around. We're doing a bit of hind quarter yields. Those hind quarter yields are very important for your one rein stops. And then here, I was just going down this long side of the arena, and as you can see, he was doing that shuffling thing. That was him anticipating that we were going to trot, because sometimes he thinks that in a particular spot we're going to trot when we're actually not. So what I do is I just let him go, and as soon as he wants to come back to walk, that's fine. I'll just sit to his trot, or his shuffle. It's not really a trot. And then when he decides to come back is when I let him.
What have I done? Oh, where are you?
And then I decided to have another trot, which he did a very nice trot. This was the last trot of the ride. I was very happy with how well he went. He definitely did a very good job on this ride. And I did a no hands trot again, because it's really fun.